What is going on, Colts Nation? Welcome back to another episode of Bring the Juice. Your guys, Derek and Cody, back for another one, guys. And today we are going to do a little bit of a recap. The Colts had their first day of rookie minicamp today. Much anticipated. Quarterback Anthony Richardson made his debut in a Colts uniform, and obviously the other rookies did as well. But it was definitely one of note, Derek, because Colts had a couple key guys from their past and also right now in their franchise. Tony Dungy, Shaquille Leonard, and Tyquan Lewis were all present for this rookie mini camp where these guys hit the field for the first time. And I thought that was significant enough because, people were interested to see Anthony Richardson, how he looked on day number one, obviously, about a week out from being drafted, and the hype was building. I mean, it feels like anytime we post anything right now about Anthony Richardson, people are flocking to it. Colts fans are interested. People are interested right now, and definitely seems like that was the case here from what we saw.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, this is a big day for the Indianapolis Colts. I mean, again, your potential franchise guy is going to be out here now. And of course, this is the first time that you've had that sort of thing for, close to 5 years now. And be at as it may, I mean, it is that situation where everyone wants to kind of get to know this kid, talk with him, and, be able to figure out what he's like. So, I mean, it's great to see that Tony Dungy is back at the facility checking things out, and that Shaq and Tyquan, a couple veterans there that are going to be doing what they need to do. So that's really awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Colts had in their rookie mini camp sessions, they had 2 7-on-7 sessions today, and in those, talking about Anthony Richardson, he went 8 of 12. There was a drop. They also had one 11-on-11 session where he went 3 of 4. And apparently out of the 11 total completions that Richardson had today, crazy enough, over half of them, 6 of them, went to third-round pick Josh Downs out of North Carolina. So it definitely seems like Derek. And also just to add to that, Downs was asked by the media, he was talking to the media earlier, and he said that him and Richardson were already throwing the ball to each other in the hotel parking lot. So these guys are building that chemistry already, and they are ready to go to work. They're ready to hit the ground running. And that's what you love to see, man. We saw it for years and years with the Luck and Hilton thing, right? These guys had that connection, and it definitely seems like Richardson and Downs are already starting to feel that. You got to love, man, just the chemistry these guys are already starting to feel.
I mean, it's crazy because they're both extreme competitors. They both are coming in with the same mindset that we gotta dominate this thing. So it's really awesome that Richardson has a wide receiver that wants to be that elite guy with him. And clearly, I mean, today, first practice, they were, in sync very early. And I mean, they were in sync before they even got to the practice field, apparently, which is awesome. And I mean, again, going off on the small tangent, I mean, Josh Downs was apparently the best guy on the field today. All of his catches, all in stride, and not dropping anything. He was smooth the whole way. So, I mean, it's really awesome. I mean, we kind of expected that from where we heard the phone call. And obviously he came in focused, ready to go.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely seems like from what we saw from Downs the last 2 years at North Carolina, I mean, the dude he had in one season over 100 catches and nearly had that last season. So it definitely seems like Josh Downs is going to be a guy that's going to be a volume type receiver. He's going to get a lot of targets, make a lot of catches, and he's going to try to do work where he really does well in space, right? In that short and intermediate game. It seems like Josh Downs is already starting to find that chemistry with Anthony Richardson, and he is just going to be a volume type of guy that Richardson's going to target early and going to target often. It definitely seems like that's the case here with this connection. It seems like he's going to be and project into that a little bit.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, it's fun to see it that way.
Yeah, for sure. And I had a question because I know you talked to a couple of the rookies earlier today as well, Will Mallory, Evan Hall. What did you take away from some of their answers? What were some of your biggest takeaways from both these guys and their media availability with you guys today?
Well, I think what really stood out was Evan Hall. And I mean, Cody, I'm just telling you, dude, it is a huge draft full of guys that just act like as if there is nothing that can stand in their way. And I just love it. Evan has the same mentality as a Josh Downs and an Anthony Richardson. It has to be the common trend here because these guys just, again, he talked about, not letting anything get in his way. He was talking about a guy that just, really wants to work hard and take in everything that he can and, just not give in to any of the pressure that's going to be around him. He's extremely confident in his abilities. He wants to be the best in the league. And I love hearing that. It was crazy to just hear him because I'm just hearing him and I'm thinking Anthony Richardson and Josh Downs vibes the whole time I'm listening to this because it sounds the same. And Will Mallory was awesome. He really talked about. He talked with me about what was the process like for him, and saying getting to be around all the guys that he's been around throughout this whole process, from Senior Bowl, Combine, Pro Day, being around all these different people, working with them, and to know that a couple of those guys are now his teammates now. So it's kind of one of those situations where he gets the opportunity to now experience that because everyone's striving for the same goal, trying to be the best player that they can be. So it was fun listening to those guys and getting to understand a little more about what they're looking to get into when the mini camp is over.
Definitely seems like these guys are confident, like they're ready to go. They feel good. I mean, Downs obviously feels that way. Richardson feels that way. Those two guys feel that way. Going back to Richardson real fast, because I mentioned just briefly the numbers that he had. From what everybody was saying, he had some good throws. He looked really crisp on some throws. He had some throws that are a little bit inerrant, a little bit, inaccurate. And it definitely seemed like Shane Steichen was working with him on some fundamentals already, Derek. So, I mean, Richardson obviously shows you the God-given talent he already has possessed. But it seems like it's great to see him and Steichen already working, Steichen already critiquing, and then working together to get him in a place where he needs to be, because we know how raw he is as a player. We know he has a long way to go. But it's good, I think, just to get him and Steichen working together for the first time. It's good to see that, because this is a pairing you're betting on for the next 5 to 10 years. Like, this is the pairing that you are betting is going to, take over this league, hopefully. So it was great to see. Nothing really surprising from Richardson. Probably just honestly a breath of fresh air for a lot of the reporters and a lot of people out there to see a guy with that kind of power, right? I mean, somebody said, I think it was Nate Atkins, had said, the ball hit the players, in the chest with a roaring thud a couple times. So
Yeah.
it definitely seems like a guy that has all the talent in the world, and he's already working on, perfecting that craft and getting better.
Yeah, it was funny because, if you look on social media, I mean, people are so enamored by Anthony Richardson that there's literally a video of him doing a practice throw. His first ever practice throw on the practice field. That was a highlight of today's practice. That just kind of lets you know what people are at right now. So, but I mean, again, nothing out of the ordinary here today. I mean, when it came to Anthony Richardson, had some good throws, had a couple of bad ones. I mean, again, we know that early on we're going to have to mix in the good with the bad. We hope that he gives us a few more good than he did bad, which today he did. So that's the important part. There's nothing surprising about today. It's just good to finally see, him on the field with a bunch of these other guys and kind of just see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, we are starved for Anthony Richardson content right now, so we'll take anything and everything we can get as Colts fans. I mean, basically, anytime a player of that magnitude, you see him make a throw or you see him do anything, I mean, it's just like, wow, especially since considering what we've had the last couple of years. It's definitely a breath of fresh air in terms of that athleticism, and just a guy that just oozes talent. I mean, it's crazy. But, and I mean, you see just the size of this guy, too. It's exciting, man. It's enough to get you're a little bit of goosebumps. You're just like, man, it's here. to see him wearing that number 5, oh man, it's perfect. It's perfect. So
yeah,
guys. Let us know your thoughts here on Colts rookie minicamp day number 1. Let us know your thoughts on Anthony Richardson. Let us know your thoughts on all these other players as well. A couple guys that did talk to the media, a couple guys that talked to us. Let us know your thoughts on that. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Really appreciate it. And as always, guys, go Colts.